Hi again, this is Shay, and I'm sharing my quest falling in love with my true self again. And I'd like you all to welcome my beautiful, amazing, fabulous singer, poet, songwriter, photographer, friend, amongst many other latent talents that are yet to be discovered, dancer. Keisha Diamond!
Thank you!
Hi Keisha, how are you?
Hi Shay, thank you so much for inviting me here.
Good, thanks so much for coming. I'm really excited to have Keisha here with me tonight. We've had so much fun just being really girly and silly all evening. And we've been talking a lot about EFT and how it's been helping us to kind of transform all of our thinking, like just not in just one area, but mostly in helping us to really own our beliefs and authenticity and where we're moving forward. So I invited Keisha along today to share some of her experiences that she's had recently that have really inspired me, and hopefully they might inspire somebody out there too.
Thank you. Well, Shay is an absolutely fabulous, wonderful woman who has just been blazing her own trail, and I've been really inspired by all the inner work that she's been doing just to really align with her true self, her true nature, and enable her to just keep going from strength to strength, and each day just reveal more of who that beautiful soul, that beautiful person is. And I think it's something that we all look to want to find out who we really are. So EFT for me has been really useful in terms of just tapping on those beliefs and just identifying those things that are quite limiting that I could really and honestly just do without. You know?
Yeah.
Just I think one of the main things that I experienced recently was tapping on things such as I'm not good enough, and being able to identify that, even if it's something that kind of goes on in the background, but really shine a light on it and actually see where that's coming from and begin to uproot that so that I can get to the heart and soul of who I really am and begin to embrace that fully.
Yeah, that sounds really awesome. So what have you had any real awesome insights about where that comes from? Or I know that we've been watching the same videos by another woman who does some stuff on YouTube, and she talks about like understanding what the payoff is. So if you talk a bit about that.
Thanks, Shay. I was talking, and it's funny. One of the things we came across, and I wish I could remember your name. You're an awesome money coach from South Africa.
I'll put the link in the description. Okay. So
really was looking at what is the benefit of playing small, or whatever belief system. So one thing that I identified was not thinking I'm good enough is something that enabled me to not fully utilise my talents, my gifts, and not have to be seen, not have to step up and do what I really love doing, but may face rejection from it. And the payoff to having the belief that I'm not good enough is that I don't have to go out there and do those things that are quite scary and face rejection, and therefore if I'm not good enough, well then I can't do that. And that was something like a real home truth.
And that's quite massive for a performer, isn't it? Or for everybody, for an artist, for just anyone who is following their dream and like really looking within and trying to identify what your passion is. And then you identify that actually I'm terrified of succeeding in that, and I'm terrified of even being like allowing myself to do the thing that I thought that I loved. Like that's really. And do you find that the beliefs are quite obvious, or do you have to dig a little bit deep for them sometimes?
I feel that they're always there, but not necessarily easy to point at and pull out.
Yeah.
Like when I identified that, if something that I kind of, I thought a little bit kind of there in the background, but then to actually see it for what it is in its magnitude and raw state was still like, it was a little bit shocking, but at the same time I kind of always had a feeling that was there. But then just being willing and just being ready, like, I just don't want this anymore. Just don't.
That's awesome. And I would love you to share your the story that you told me this evening about your interaction with a phone call that you made and just let go of it. And
Okay.
Yeah, do you mind sharing about that?
Okay.
You don't have to give
I ain't got no
exact
choice
names.
now.